meeting, or parents' evening, and I had to be here. We
Hmm.
were running around at like 10 to 6 with like balls of stew going, right, food, nah. It was quite entertaining.
And we're on episode 6, which means we're technically exact right time, Saran.
You're
Hello.
doing great, sweetie.
I'm
I've got the stream on my Chromebook as well.
Okay. Can I show
Okay.
you this really cool thing first? This really, I gotta go get it first. Give me a minute. This way, over here. Got it. It's
Please, everyone.
this sticker.
Oh,
It's really cool,
Ooh, that's cool.
ooh.
and it's from one of the dice sets I bought a while ago. It's called Conjuration Craft, and it's got like two hands with like a gem and dice and a potion thing going on.
Cool. Okay.
I like it.
It's very cool.
Put this in my drawer.
Welcome back. We are. You are all currently sitting outside of the forest.
We in the pit still?
Several of you still inside of a incredibly dark pit. And as Ethor's light begins to dim, and the halo of light disappears, his wings that were once spanned outwards, bringing themselves around him, and he floats back to the floor. Daylight springs once again. The dark gloom of shadows over the sky leaves as it's now probably about mid-morning. But the rest of you would not know that. Only Ethor and Ruri are currently above ground. And Ruri is sitting on the floor, looking incredibly tired.
Father needs sleep.
Not tired as in he needs sleep, more tired of your shit.
Lol.
We're still in the pit. We don't know everything's fine up there, so we're just gonna chill here until something comes down.
I'm gonna just stay down there. It looks safer.
Me and Rory has to go down then. Or at least I do, because Rory don't want to get dirty.
Rory,
he's
at this point, even though he has been in the pit, you can see his robes, his hair, all of his fur, absolutely pristine. This boy does not have a speck of dust on him. You, however, Aiden, have been laying in mud and dirt, and your once blue and white robes are now more of a muddy grey colour.
But I put down a bedroll when I slept.
You
What when I was on the ground?
floor in agony.
Oh, then. Never mind.
Dead people. Yes.
Dead people.
I said dirt, not dead.
Oh, I heard dead.
Okay.
So, what do you want to do?
I'm a skinny.
Having snacks. As one does.
I want to try and get everyone to reassurance to make just to tell them that everything is okay now. But first, I should actually check if everything is actually okay. Can I?
Yeah, double check that one real quick, buddy.
Could I do a check to see if everything's alright?
What exactly are you checking? Are you checking that you're okay? Are you checking that like
Checking for any surrounding enemies at all.
Okay, roll me perception.
Okay. If I can get my dice out. Be good. Just, I'm looking at the wrong place. Okay, there we go.
I gotta try to put it on my fingers. Yeah.
22.
You don't see anything of immediate danger. Nothing that sets off any immediate danger. But you, in the distance, hear the echoes of. But it was. You could only describe it as something between a scream and a roar. And then another two voices come of more bird-like sounds.
Oh no.
Emmy!
Let's go die.
Look, a stick, a dangerous stick. Very dangerous.
I have pointy
Look,
stick.
there's another one. Look.
I have a pointy
We're in
dangerous
danger.
stick. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah,
Actually,
actual
that's one.
2 dangerous sticks. Okay. My joke was true. Okay. Yeah. I would like to go reassure them now. So, how do I get into Hull?
Is the hole currently open?
I'm pretty sure that thing is a
check.
fortress. I
It's
don't
quite
think it is.
deep down, and it's like black in the tunnel, but the top of the hole does happen to be open because Rory climbed out of it. And he didn't seal it up behind him because there's no immediate danger. But there is. It's sealed up further down.
Oh yeah. So, like, I have a screenshotty thingy here. So basically, there's a tunnel that curves down, and there's a chamber, and that bit's blocked, and it kind of curves down a bit. There's a chamber a bit there, but from that point, it's blocked, and it kind of curves round, and then this.
Do you want to just send it to like the Discord so we can all see your masterpiece?
I have seen it last session,
Put it in there.
and it looks like a digestive system. Like,
I'll give you the screenshot, and you can tell roughly where it is. Okay. Do. Click.
Warren,
Yeah.
roll me both athletics and perception.
I don't like why you say that with a smile on your face. I really don't.
me in danger.
Never be happy when the dice ask for rolls, or the DM, or whatever. Give me a minute. I gotta get that. Oh, this one. Okay, so athletics and perception. If my sheet would decide to let me see those modifiers, it would be great. Please.
My
Okay.
coffee's gone cold.
Oh no!
My
it's
food
sad.
was cold, so I stopped eating. Cold potato, bad potato. Unless it's crisp.
Okay, so for athletics we have a 19, and for was it perception? Perception?
Yes.
Yeah, we have 23.
Precipitation.
Okay, your tunnels
Not
exist.
raining? What?
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Your entire tunnel system does actually exist.
See you later. Have fun. You going to see bikes? Have fun. See, send me pictures.
Tunnels.
Very spooky door.
Okay, yes, so currently the very top of the tunnel, which, looking down it, is extremely extensive, and you didn't think that you had spent that long up here alone, but by the extent of the tunnel and how far it goes down, it just goes black. It goes kind of far down, and then it goes black, And it goes a bit further, and you can't really tell what's beyond because it goes that far down. But you didn't think that you had spent that much time up here on your own. But clearly you have, because Warren seems to have made a kingdom under your feet.
I'm so
King
proud of my
Warren.
creation. King Warren of the pits! I'm so proud of my creation, honestly.
You can quickly be right back. Okay.
I'm so proud of this pit. It's
The other two are currently sitting at the bottom of the pit, with
with Steve and
Steve.
Knife and
Monkey.
Monkey. Yes, Monkey.
Monkey.
So you are all currently underneath them. You can't hear any disturbances, but it's kind of hard to tell, seeing as you are like a good, probably like 20 to 30 foot underground.
Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel.
Um,
Woo!
and Adira looking around, although it's incredibly sturdy, but it's definitely just a burrowed out hole. One, you're not entirely sure how Warren got through the rock, but that's for Warren to know and Warren only. But you're looking around. You can kind of assure yourself that you're very lucky that this thing hasn't collapsed in on you.
Yeah. I'd be a bit stuck.
I dig you out again, don't worry.
And
Pro
Here's
digger.
my little friend first.
as you're kind of looking around your small dugout, you do see that the top of the tunnel there's a small amount of dirt just kind of falls on your head. And you can hear this slight shaking noise.
Buddy,
Yes.
how secure do we think this thing is?
Depends. It's perfectly fine for me. Maybe not for you, though.
We have a little bit of a tremble.
Should we get out the pit? Should we dig a second tunnel out of it so we don't go out the first one, so we don't immediately go into a possible threat?
Or run?
We are underground, so if we dig a tunnel straight up that way, so instead of popping out at the entrance up here where the possible death is,
You know what? If I get crushed, I trust you.
Bearing in mind that you would know that if this tunnel collapses in on you, you would be under about 50 foot of dirt.
Alright, I'm leaving this up to you, buddy.
all of you just kind of froze there. So I'm currently dealing with the fact that nothing's.
Oh, he's gone.
They're
They're gone.
They're gone.
Hmm?
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Oh,
Hello.
You froze.
Did I miss
Yeah,
something?
everything froze and it freaked me out.
okay. I'm leaving this
Okay.
up to you. Have fun with the dirt pit. Please get me out safely. I don't want to be underneath 50 foot of flipping.
Well,
No.
Nadira, you realize you can get out by yourself. Probably a little bit easier than Warren can, because you have the ability of standing up in the hole and climbing your way out.
Okay, we
because you are
actually-
tall enough. And currently, Twiggy is sitting on your shoulder. So you could get out if you wanted to. Probably wouldn't be that hard to move the dirt from above you.
Warren, do you want me to
Yeah.
help you get out of the dirt pit? Because we're here and we need to get near. And I don't know how
Can
tall
I-
you are in that pit.
Can I dig a second tunnel out, please?
Sure, go for it. I will go.
So
up.
could you hold up the image again? Okay, so you know where you have the final chamber and how there's like on the left side of it, where towards the A. The other one.
The other one. The other. There you go.
Yeah, I'm just going to dig a tunnel up from the surface from there.
Okay. So what we should have done last time is you need to roll me Adira roll me survival.
Oh, fuck.
And Warren roll me can I go athletics?
Okay.
That is a 20.
20.
20? Wait.
Did you guys
nat
roll 20s
20s
or total?
No. I got 17 and then I got +3 modifier.
I had an 18 plus a 2.
Okay. I thought you both got nat
Dig the
20s.
tunnel.
Okay,
off
Warren,
nat 20s.
as you start to dig your way up, Adira, you do manage to avoid the splatter of dirt that is coming from above you, and then from behind you, Steve or Aaron comes up behind Warren and starts digging his own tunnel out. He's going slightly faster than Warren is, but there's now like a small fork in where Steve's going one
I know.
way and Warren's just going straight up. But they're slowly accumulating. The pit you are currently in is slowly filling up with dirt as the two of them climb. So you can slowly follow your way up and try and avoid getting hit with rocks. And as you go to step into the tunnel, quite a big, for Warren, it's quite a big rock just kind of tumbles straight down, and you have to like lean back a bit to avoid getting hit in the face.
Oops.
And
Watch it back here.
You just kind of like hear this like quiet sorry as Warren keeps climbing, and Warren, you meet daylight, which is
Yeah.
slightly strange, and you kind of have to cover your eyes as it blinds you. And above ground you see the worn, tired-looking face of young Ruru, who is currently standing with his head in his hands, staring at Ethor, who is currently staring at his own back, incredibly confused.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you? Just like pop little head out, going, "What's up? You alright?"
Or do we need to go back
Oh, hey,
down?
Warren. Everything fine?
I heard a bit of screaming. We all okay up here?
Yes, now.
Okay.
Can I
Safe
please
to come
get
out
of the
now?
pit?
Yes, it is safe to come out.
Okay, right. Coming out the pit then. I'm really proud of
Okay.
it. Yeah, I'm clambering out the pit.
So am I. And I give Twiggy back to that one.
As soon
That
as
one has
Twiggy
name.
gets out of the hole, your shoulders kind of pop out, and you kind of have to like shove your way through because your shoulders are like a lot broader than Warren's, and you kind of like for a second get stuck, and then manage to wiggle your arms out and heave yourself up. But as soon as Twiggy gets up on your shoulder and is on ground, she jumps off and instantly scrambles up, twirling around Ethor's leg and then waist, using him almost as a tree, and just kind of sitting on his shoulder and just kind of not nuzzling but just kind of leaning heavily onto his face.
Aww.
No.
Suffocate him. I'm joking.
Why are you against me? I didn't do anything bad just now.
For once, it's a miracle.
I'm sorry, I got distracted. I was looking at things for Christmas and I came across this D20 dice that has a little happy face on it.
Oh, does it have a sad face for a nat 1?
Yeah.
I would
think
not
so.
want
Please
that.
send that link to me.
I would
Oh
not
my
want
god, there's
that.
so many with little happy faces. It's so adorable. Ah.
Man,
And
no.
a couple feet away from you, Adira, as you're still trying to like slowly move dirt to try and get yourself out of this hole, as you like get stuck, you're like, this hurts, as your chest kind of compresses, trying to squeeze yourself out. Steve just kind of pops out, kind of, you know when you see those gopher things where there's a hole and the gopher comes out? That's basically Steve. He just kind of pops his head out and is just like looking around, and then just like does the same thing as you, but a lot more effectively, as he just kind of twists himself and throws himself onto the ground. And you manage to get yourself out. And in the distance, you hear a not so loud cawing noise, almost as if a bird is calling to something else. And Steve answers, giving a very loud bark. As
Nice.
he kind of looks straight at the forest and looks back to Warren as if to say, are we leaving? Are we not? Are we leaving? Are we not?
Okay, just like
Emmy.
we're going in the creepy forest, aren't we? Yeah.
Yes. I am.
Right, let's go die.
I am.
We've survived it once, we can do it twice.
For the
Hopefully.
second time today, the four of you, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, possibly 8.
7.
Hold on. Wait. We've got Warren, we've got Adira, we've got Ethor, Ruri, Steve, Knife, Monkey. 7.
7.
Yes.
So many
Yeah.
numbers. Okay.
Save
So
it.
fascinated by Ethor just playing with his fingers. The 7
I'm
of
trying.
you
I'm trying to compute it.
slowly walk towards the forest. Ruri kind of sidestepping away from the three of you, who are currently covered head to toe in dirt.
We blend
And
in,
he
boys.
is like a
We dirty.
shining beacon of cleanliness compared to the rest of you.
Can I just pull out this random pebble I found and be like, you want this? To Rory.
Well, thank you. And he just like slowly takes it from you. Kind of like rubs it in his hands, and the pebble, as it sits in the palm of his hand, is gleaming white, where it had been completely covered in dirt and grime. Although Ruri's hands are completely clean, the small piece of what looks to be maybe quartz or some variation of, and he kind of pops it in his pocket of his robes and carries on walking towards the noise.
Yeah.
Magic.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, that's adorable. Oh. It's an axolotl little pin where it's got like its little tail and its little mouth. So it's like curled up munching on its tail.
Oh, that's cute.
There's a raccoon one too.
Send it to me.
And a seal. Send it to me.
Anyway,
We are being more off topic than usual.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay. As you walk into the forest, once again you are succumbed to darkness.
Oh.
As Adira, you have less to no idea where you're going. You're just following your heart, and your heart is with Emmy. So you're just currently walking in a not so straight line as you just like weave between trees. Just there's no tracks, there's no noises, but you eventually do come after some time walking to a small clearing.
Okay,
As
tell
you
me
look
investigate it.
further, doesn't appear to be a clearing, as there are a few wooden structures on the very edge.
Edge. Hold on. Wait a minute now. Edge.
Edge. We're on a cliff, see?
We were in
Not
the
again.
forest. We are now on cliff.
It's
Oh
not a cliff.
no.
Emmy. I want to find her.
We're not on a cliff, don't worry.
The
Or are we?
land beneath your feet slowly turns wetter, muddier, as
Oh, no.
you walk and your feet make this horrible slopping noise, and if you lift them up, they go.
Oh, no, no. No.
And you carry on
Slurp.
walking as your socks slowly become damp, and you can't really see much, as there's a few flickers of light dotted around. That was cool.
Say hello.
That's transition
Nice.
between scenes. Carry on.
There's a few flickers of light in the relatively thick white fog. That's also very cool. Why have you got so much cool stuff? Oh. So you were all.
Oh, I need to commit arson. Hold on.
You were all currently standing in fog.
Nice.
Flickers of orange light emanate in the distance, and you can hear distant voices, different people's, probably, from what you can tell, maybe 3 or 4 at the moment.
I'm very tempted to.
Emmy.
I'm very tempted to just go up to a tree near him and go knock who's there.
Emmy.
Ah.
I would like to I would like to inspect the area.
Okay, roll me investigation.
Um.
Hold on. Brain go burr. 22.
I'm trying to burn.
22. Do you see... Do you have dark vision?
Yep, 60 foot.
Still very blurry, seeing as the dark vision doesn't really help at all with the fog. But out in front of you, you see a sparse hamlet of a town that is mainly swampland. There's quite a lot of water with small patches of land in between, lots of growing that look to be dead trees with leaves that look more like seaweed than they do leaves. And small buildings made of wood standing on tall turrets that look like they should be sitting in a lot more water than they are. They, at the front of the houses, have lanterns that you can see completely enveloped in glass. Aiden, I hate to
Stop.
spoil your fun, but it's very distracting.
Yeah, sorry.
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 The houses seem to envelope themselves into trees. The larger trees having windows and doors carved into the structures. Sloped roofs protect the large paned windows on these trees. In the more circular buildings. So there's a few on the outer skirts. There are buildings, small square buildings made of planks of wood that sit on very tall turrets, so tall that you could probably build another house underneath it.
You could use Warren as a height of measurement because he's 3 foot exact. How many Warrens is it?
Probably about 20.
That's a tall building.
It's
Okay, so we're
likely
like
to be about like it's like 10 Adiras. An Adira is about 6 foot.
I'm 6'6", hon.
Don't measure in
about 10
ethers.
Adiras.
That's just gonna make it ether.
Just thinking, you have a deer as a 6 foot measurement and Warren is a 3 foot measurement, so you could technically say how many. If describing a building, if you want, instead of saying for like half an Adir, you can say like one Adir and a Warren.
Just use the rest of you as units of measurement. So on the outside are the small wooden buildings made of wooden planks sitting on turrets, which are about 20 warrens high. Near the center, you can see large trees. You could probably lay about 3 of Adira inside the trunk of this tree. And these are the trees that have
Big tree.
big fucking trees.
Look
These
at the
trees have windows and doors with steps leading up to them carved into the tree itself.
Hello, have a tip.
I got a book, but I can't read my own writing.
Oh god, relatable.
You know my pain now. Almost constantly.
Moss covers most of the structures that can be seen, making them blend in to the forest around it. And there you can see these small globes that look more like massive fireflies. Small bulbs, lanterns in front of each doorway, and kind of leading a path along the drier ground. And as you come closer to one of these bulbs, they do in fact have a small cluster of fireflies.
Oh. Edible.
No!
No!
What is it with you? Why is it with me loving bugs and you guys eating them or destroying them? Stop it.
Tasty!
No.
Brocknum child, tasty snack.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Harper does not taste nice.
No, fireflies are poisonous.
Oh, okay, so not eating it then. Did you just check if they were poisonous?
I did actually just check if they were poisonous. They are poisonous to lizards and birds. And not
What
so
about
great for
humans?
humans.
Okay, right, not eating it then.
Yeah.
You have rations.
1 point for me, boy. No one beat
They'll
the fire.
probably be the most deadly to Adira, and then Warren, and then Ethor.
Okay, look, it's a
Bad.
worth it way to go. All I'm saying.
What, by eating fireflies?
No, but observing them.
I'd rather eat fire.
Spicy.
Why is it spicy?
Why is it spicy?
Oh,
I just realized why this tube was so hard to chew through. I put like sellotape around the edges of it.
No.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, so we've arrived here. What do we do now?
Emmy.
Okay, let's go find Bird.
in the distance, you can see a larger building. Has a sign in guess what, a language that I don't think any of you can read.
What
Aww.
Which one is it? What language?
Sylvian. You can't
Nope.
read that.
No,
can you?
never heard of it.
No? No. Okay.
No.
Just checking. Okay.
If only it was
You
no
have
match.
absolutely no idea what this sign says. But it's big, and it's quite
How big?
prominent on the side of this building, which is again carved into a tree. But the front of it looks almost barn-like.
Farm store.
That one.
Let's go.
Ketchup.
Maybe we can ask if they've seen Bird.
Burp.
Maybe
So
one
you
Emmy.
all
One Emmy.
you just walking straight in, or are you trying
Sneaking.
to
Whoa. Oh, no. Taking the safe road here.
Can we
Sneaking.
knock first to see how they react, then sneak in?
No!
You're currently
Yes,
standing
yes.
on like the outskirts of a town. And the barn is probably like you're in the middle-ish.
Can I sneak along the roofs? Sorta.
You
So I'm not
want to-
walking down the street, just like sneaking along the building.
How are you gonna? How are you? How?
Roll me stealth.
Well-
See if this one becomes Spider-Man.
Roll me stealth, and we'll see what we can do, because technically all of the buildings are very spread out, and there's just like a
I love-
cluster of trees in the middle.
I rolled that 20. So that's a 27.
Okay, Adira, Ethor, and Ruri watch as Warren decidedly climbs up the turret of one of the wooden structures, manages to get onto its roof without going anywhere near the window, which you can't see who or what is inside, but there is definitely a figure moving around inside. As you watch as, even though actually, let's make this slightly more difficult. Warren, roll me athletics. No, acrobatics. Roll me acrobatics.
Why do you want to see this man fail? Let him
My
become
my
Spider-Man.
modifier is actually better on it than athletics. Okay, let's see what we get. 18.
18.
I love this. I love this.
I have a 15
You-
plus a 3. Yeah.
Watch as the small gnome, who's normally quite heavy-footed, leaps between these small structures and manages to climb onto one of the incredibly large trees, digging his fingers into the structure
Yeah.
and climbing round as if he is some kind of weird ass cat.
Pray to Daniel.
Well, Ether, why can't you be like that, buddy?
Essentially, he is standing on. At the stables, you can see that there is a little bit of a like built-out part just outside of the tree, and he is currently standing very quietly on top of there. You make less to no noise, and no one sees you.
Just do like a silent thumbs up.
I do one in retaliation. Retaliation?
Yay.
That's a word.
In
Ooh,
return,
my pencil almost went on fire. Just
I'm cutting
Have
a
a cup of
carving
water
with a
nearby.
tiny sharpener blade. Okay, we both doing dangerous things.
like
Do I
it
have
actually started melting through the plastic. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh wow!
the only dangerous thing I have is candy cane.
Okay.
Choking hazard.
What are you guys
I mean,
doing?
that's a lot of my things.
Making
I'm
fun of
being pretty
Ethor,
proud
saying that he
of
could have
my
done that
queen.
easily, or that he should.
I don't know if I went blank or did I miss something. I think I went blank.
Warren equals Spider-Man. You should become Spider-Man.
I'd love to see this.
Would I be able to
fail,
use
obviously.
my wings to get up onto the roof?
Does he still have wings?
He still has wings?
Does he still have wings?
Because otherwise, I feel like I should have questioned that by now.
So should I.
Yeah, you guys are just okay that you heard that I had wings. Like, oh yeah, that's fine.
Well, he did do some questionable things with the gods, so I'm not surprised. It's like you kind of just roll with it at this point.
I can transform some wings, and it lasts for 1 minute.
I have made a weapon.
Wait,
Warren, I'm
reading
sending you
something wrong.
something.
Okay.
Adira, you stand next to Ethor, who suddenly, in a blinding light, two wings bamf out from behind him. The light dims, and he kind of leaps into the air, goes way too high, and kind of soars and
Just goes whoop.
smashes himself into the tree just above the stable, but manages to land gracefully enough that it does make a ton of noise.
Am I supposed to do a roll for this?
Wings and still is a dumbass.
I have a feeling that I
Where's-
should be doing a roll for this.
No, you
Warren's just
No.
gonna
roll.
drop
You
to like
haven't-
the.
You've never used
Warren's
wings.
just gonna start cackling, like really like silent giggling,
I'm
At least I
joining.
can
I'm on the floor
fly.
laughing.
Roll
doing the
me,
whole like putting hands like that.
roll me stealth with disadvantage. Warren.
It's like I'm just gonna have who's is it me?
Warren, roll me stealth with disadvantage.
Okay.
This is
Let's
why you
do
get for laughing.
this. I'm sorry, but it's funny as hell.
It's amazing. Even as though he looks like a blooming angel, he still falls.
Okay.
I'm a bird.
We have two choices to pick from. We have an 18 and a 20. Which one? Either of them? This is 18, so it's 23. You can't stop me.
His hands covering his mouth, silent laughter, his legs kicking out, but also making no noise as Warren just sits with his hands covering his mouth, rocking back and forth in hysterical laughter. There is simmering pain throughout your entire stomach and torso as it burns with the amount of laughter you have. And standing next to Ruri, Adira, you just hear this quiet murmur of fucking show-offs as Rory just walks at a normal pace through the empty streets of the small hamlet and comes to the very door of the stables.
I'm just gonna join. I'm gonna walk with them.
As you two decided
Do I have a
walk
concussion?
into the town, walking along, not stealthily at all. You come to the door. Rory rolls his eyes at the two idiots sitting on top of the stable roof.
I'm
And
being
just
proud of myself.
Raps his knuckles on the side of the stables. And this quite burly Furborg that you swear you've seen before.
Oh boy.
I did a thing. I rolled like 2 of my dice, like my normal ones, to see which one I would use next. They both simultaneously rolled 11s. I don't know what to do with this.
Run.
Roll them again. That's better.
Panic stations, people? I want to say panic stations, but I feel like
I'm on the roof, so.
I'm high.
High in
Um,
what sense?
I would say
High
take
on
a tunnel,
roof
but you're a
and
bit
high
too close
with
to people for
wings.
that to work.
Me has wings.
As this burly Furborg comes ever closer, kind of lumbering along slightly, you realize that he is not the same man that you have met before. And do I actually have the thing that I need? Or do I
Oh no.
Who knows?
Is this code for we must do random noise now?
Activate ghost. Activate goat and sheep. Let's go.
Yet. Yet.
I'm having fun. Ah. If I ever have to interpret a sheep or a goat, I can do this.
Meow.
I'm alright at a dog
Meow.
impression, but I'm not the best.
Привет.
I like how Jackson leaves us for 5 seconds and we all just become animals. It's fine.
I'm not doing animal, I'm doing Russian.
Meow.
Привет. Привет. Сука, привет.
Hello? Wait, that's wrong, but
Right. Where's he going? What's he doing?
he went that way.
He's doing something.
Okay, corpse. Hold on. Calm down. Don't start. Didn't know.
Is
No.
that a bottle with a plant in it?
Is that what would have plant in it?
A what and a what hut?
That is a bottle with plant.
What are you looking at?
What are we,
Plant.
what are we looking at?
The plant. Which plant?
The
It's on the top bit.
tall thing.
Wait, this thing?
Tall boy.
Yeah.
Yes. It is a
Plant.
bottle. Oh, it's your money plant.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Casual distraction.
I feel like we were meant to be doing something.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's how I
I
feel
don't
every
know.
day.
Going
Sorry.
to
Looking
battle.
for things. I
Preparing to
can't find
die?
them.
so cute. Wow.
Do I? Oh wait, do I have it in the other? Am I looking in the wrong place?
Probably.
Knowing me, yes.
This is tasty.
Blem. I've had an epiphany. Oh my god. Wait, I'm on a mission.
Okay.
I found him.
Me and Jackson are both on an epiphany. It's fine. Wait.
Num.
No.
These do not taste great. Num.
Egg mouth. Oh.
Oh, look, there's another one. Num.
Mina, you're right.
I'm so happy right now. Oh, they're £30. Never mind.
Is everyone off topic?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I was
Right.
eating a cardboard tube, and then I discovered I had purple violets, and now I'm eating them despite the
Okay.
fact I don't want the taste of them.
I found the
Will
thing
do.
that I needed to find.
No.
I know, it's great. Took me way too long though. As the man, the burly man with light dusky blue skin and long furred ears with a few piercings here and there, he has swept, ruffled, light brown hair with large eyebrows. And the man that you saw before had almost half of a beard, whereas this man has a full-grown beard, and instead of green forest eyes, he has blue, water-like eyes. He still wears clothes that are in cream and browns, with large boots. But he looks very familiar to Yenswing? I think that was his name? The guy that you took the mounts from.
Oh. Yes, Win.
Yeswin.
Questionable person.
Yeswin. Looks incredibly similar to him, but not exactly the same. And as he walks over, he goes, hello? How can I help you? I lost my notes.
Green. Take this one away. Emmy.
You're gonna make me stand here and talk to myself? Okay.
Yes, I will.
I'm on a roof, so I can't help you.
Get the hell down from there.
Okay.
Rui kind of glances to the roof, but quickly looks away to avoid suspicion as she goes, yeah, we were, wondering, have you seen some, 2 hippogriffs and maybe a tiger? Sounds a bit weird, I know, but, we seem to have lost our mounts in the forest, and we heard noises coming from this way. And he kind of looks you up and down. Adira, do you say anything?
No, I'm gonna let this one ride out. Sorry, I'm equally distracted right now.
Rolled a 5 on confidence, be like,
I'm on the roof, and I'm having fun.
oh.
What is the roof made of?
It's wood.
Is it
you,
like plating, or
yeah, like wooden
just
planks.
solid plank?
Just solid planks. There's a little bit of light
Well-
shining through, but not much else.
Would I be able to nick one of them and come down going, you dropped this, this was off your roof, to explain why I was on it?
No,
Stay up there.
not without him seeing you rip the plank out.
Okay, I won't do that.
So he kind of looks you both up and down, glancing between the two, and goes, "No, haven't seen any of those. Sorry, could help you. But got things to tend to, so I best be going." Rory kind of nods. Yes, of course. As the guy takes the two shuttered doors, quite large shuttered doors, and closes them. You can hear it lock. As roll me perception, all of you.
I'm so going inside that building.
All of us perception or just
All of you perception.
I'm going inside that building. It's
I need
happening.
to speak Karuri.
21.
Oh shit, I forgot the floor. No!
Oh god, I don't have my stats up. Hold on, one moment.
Give me a second.
What was that?
21.
21.
What is it? Tell me what it is. Oh, it's actually not that bad.
I got a 10.
22. The
Oh, you're
floor
gonna beat me
rolls,
there,
the
don't
best
you?
rolls. I'm saying it. It's true. They give the best luck.
Warren, how dare you beat me on that by 1?
It's either ones or like really good numbers.
From inside, Adira, it's kind of harder for you to hear. You hear this. There's quite a few different noises. Some hooves, paws, stamping on dirt and stone floors. But Ethor and Warren and Ruri, from where you're standing, you can hear quite clearly the call of both Emmy, Stormswift, and Jerry from
Time
inside.
to break and entering.
Rory. I have a bad feeling about this guy. I don't know why, but he's hiding
Oh,
something,
don't get me
and I don't
started
trust
on
him.
bad feelings. He's hiding
How do
something,
I break?
and I know.
How do I break into the building from the roof?
My little friend, please, can I use my little friend?
Are we all just gonna get on the roof and be like, okay, let's go through it?
Probably not the
Is there a
best
way to get
idea
in?
to. He kind of looks up at Warren. Probably not the best idea to try and And he doesn't say anything, as he knows that there's people in the houses around you, but he kind of makes the banging motion on his hand. Probably
Do
not
you
the
see
best
it?
idea right now.
Yo,
Can I tunnel
Warren,
into it?
Warren, do you see any like windows or anything?
Are there any windows?
Investigation. Roll me investigation.
Trying not to kill the dog. Like, those
I was just like, I'm wondering what type of floor it has, because I might be able to tunnel under it, but I probably won't be able to. I have a 15.
There are no windows. It is a tree. There are no windows.
Okay.
And as far as you're aware, you don't know what the floor is made of. You didn't see inside, and Ruri and Adira didn't really see much past the burly man who's about 7 foot tall with shoulders probably as big as Warren.
Of course,
Would I be
7
able
foot. Of
to-
course, 7 foot.
Is the lock on the inside or the outside? Or is it like a
Lock-
lock in the doors and like you put a key in? Or is it like a sort of that type of one?
You're currently sitting on the roof.
Can I get down to go investigate this door to see if I can lockpick it?
You can. As
I'm
you
going down to see if I can lockpick this door.
You kind of climb to the edge and just drop, and your feet hit the floor with just a soft thump. And you're staring at what appears to be 4 large panels, stable doors. There are no keyholes that you can see from the outside.
Right. The only way that I know of in is through this door. There's a person inside that place.
Honey, yes. We have a we have a conversation with the human. Well, maybe not human. With
Wait,
the thing.
person.
Do
Back
do we
door?
take off the doors?
No. Let's not. No.
Can I Can I dig a small tunnel, like quite secretly, to see if I can tunnel under it or not? Just to see. Because also
Roll
hidey hole
me-
if needed.
Roll me sleight of hand.
Man's already making escape routes. Jesus. Put him in prison. He's never gonna stand there.
I rolled it onto my phone, so we have a 22.
You sneak round to the side of the tree. There's not many houses. All the houses that you can see are dark. There's no light coming through the windows. As you get between two of the large roots, and kind of look around, dumping your bag just behind one of the roots, and just start burrowing down. You don't really know how far down you need to go. You're weaving your way like a rabbit around tree roots, which are large, like extensively large. You bash your head a good couple times
Oops.
before you decide to try and dig up. You are met with wood. And you carry on digging as far as you can go, and you end up digging so far that you actually come out the other side.
Okay.
And
So-
Rory and Dira, you just see this little warren come out from the opposite side that you just saw him go into, and you're just like, how did you do?
Okay, so I have checked the floor. It's wood as well. So the door is the best option, but we could try breaking through the floor, but I do not recommend.
Okay. Question
And
mark?
quick note: this wasn't like paneled wood like it is on the roof.
Okay.
It is solid, like thick hardwood. So you can kind of tell that he's carved into the tree to make this.
Yeah, we can't go through the floor. So it's the roof or the door.
Rory, are you ready for death, or are you ready for us to just, like, little friend?
Well, I'm kind of suggesting that we wait and, see if he comes out first. Because if he leaves...
That's a long time.
It could be, it could not be. As you turn, and out the corner of your eye, you see the lanterns around different trees and houses going out.
Okay, I'm gonna get into the tunnel because he doesn't know I'm here, so I'm just gonna get into that and sit and wait instead.
So do
Just
you
to see.
suggest
Looks
You
like the
suggest
tunnel
we
shouldn't be open
hide?
for the night, so I suggest we
To the tunnel.
hide.
Okay, I'm
Tunnel?
down to hide, but if it takes more than an hour, I'm going in.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. And
Would you like my tunnel, or would you like to go somewhere else?
Can you
Rory
make the tunnel
kind of-
bigger and tighter?
I can make the tunnel bigger. Can I make the tunnel bigger to enough that Adira can sit quite comfortably inside it?
I like sitting under it. It's comfortable.
Roll me Athletics.
Oh,
Oh,
I gotta see which way it's angled to the most. Is it to the left or the right? That's angled more to the right. So that would be a 17.
A 17.
I'm so close to being a 9 though. It was like this close, but it wasn't.
You managed
Kind of
to, within a couple minutes, dig the hole for the entrance to the tunnel a lot larger, and Adira, you managed to squeeze yourself in. You can get like probably a good 10 foot down, like kind of crouching down in this like small pit. And you can see this like tiny tunnel that you probably couldn't get your shoulders through, that Warren's just kind of sitting in the entrance of. And
Evening.
Ethor, you are currently still sitting on the roof, no longer with your wings mapped out. Kind of just perched, kind of like a bird, but also very awkwardly because you're not entirely sure how to perch, because you've never done this before. And Rory just kind of, as he sees Warren digging, he kind of uses a spell of some kind. Water rushes over, pushing the dirt into the ground to make it a little bit less noticeable that there's a hole there. And you just see his figure walk away into the edge of the forest. Ethor, what would you like to do?
Is there any wee cracks on the roof that I could peek through to see anything that is possibly happening at this moment in time?
Roll me either perception or investigation.
I'll do perception.
Okay.
If I can. There. 15.
15.
Yes.
Currently, no. You can see light, and like occasionally you can see a shadow flicker past. But that's about it. You can't really notice anything else. What you do notice, though, not from the roof of the what you assume to be stables, is a young-looking Furborg. Again, this time grey-skinned, dressed in light clothing, long, floppy ears. And as you look around, there's quite a few of them, just kind of wandering. And roll me stealth.
Okay.
Oh no. Now we die.
Hey, don't worry, I have good stealth. I just gotta roll good. 16.
Oh no.
16.
Oh no.
The first Furborg that you see doesn't really pay attention to you. There's a young, probably young child who is coming in with a large stick with a sack tied to the end, who takes a moment to stare at you, and you see her mouth open as she goes to shout something. Then there's a crack of blue light and another crack as you appear next to Rory, Blinky laying at your feet.
Blinky's back!
God damn it!
Yay! Hey,
Another crack,
why celebrate and say good?
and he's gone. But from the little outbar of the stable, you see this flicker of blue light, and then it's gone.
Tame your damn dog, sir.
Okay. Just
I
gotta
can't
wait till the
tame what I
guys come back.
can't hold.
I'm gonna take the little dice that I have out and I'm just gonna play dice with the Drea until like the guy comes out. So
I'm okay to do that.
yep, damn playing dice.
I'm okay to do that.
Do we gotta do a distraction for them to get out?
No.
No, I'm just gonna wait.
No, I'm gonna wait. Like I said, 1 hour, that's me, and I'm going in, I swear to God.
1 hour, then it's destruction. But if it doesn't come out, things are burning. because I have a tiny fire lighter that can set wood on fire.
I have my
Can,
little
can I tell Adira and Warren that there are multiple people in the area, in the building?
You
I
can't
climbed
see
across
them,
a roof
you-
and a tree to get to the roof, and no one noticed. I think I'll be fine.
You
Maybe not me.
currently cannot see them, as
Ah.
you don't know where they went.
I will be waiting for a few people to get out of the house if we want to get in sneakily.
If you
You
hear screaming, that's who you know we are.
wait for about 20 minutes, but I need Warren and Adira, actually all of
Yeah.
you, to make me perception checks. Warren
Oh,
and
no.
Adira with disadvantage.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we're in a pit, aren't we?
Yeah.
One, you're
That's
in
what
a
you get
pit.
for being
Two,
kids.
you are distracted from your
Oh. I rolled a nat 20, but I can't use it.
Unless you re-roll another nat 20.
16.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
17.
It was close. It was a 17, but it makes a 20 anyway. So, yeah.
Wish not 20. Wish Brendan's not 20.
It's like right there. Oh, could have been at 23, but was not destined to be. Well,
That's what you get for being in a hole.
A 20. Is that with disadvantage?
Yes.
What did you get,
uh,
Adira?
I got 17.
17. Why the fuck are you all rolling so well?
I have a, like a
14.
+3 for perception,
I got
and I rolled
16.
a 20, nat 20. Then I rolled a 17, and I'm so proud of myself.
You hear the
I pray to
creak
Daniel.
of the floorboards as you then hear the slam, making the two of you jump. As
Wow.
even though, Warren, you know for a fact that there is no locks on the outside of those doors, there is a clunk as a lock is put in place.
I'll pick that
And
lock. Mhm.
the light click of a padlock. And then there are heavy footsteps walking in the opposite direction. Chatter in the town dies away as you hear several doors shut.
Okay.
Rory
Right,
stands and makes his way straight towards the building.
Okay, can I go pick this lock, please? I think I'm gonna nick it.
Roll me
It's
investigation.
mine now.
Super.
Roll what?
Try and be as
Investigation.
quiet as possible.
Yes. That's a +2. Okay, Daniel. Prime to Daniel works! I got a 17! Oh my god.
I like how Jackson's so badly
Is
wanting
that
something to go wrong.
a
and we're just
17
like,
with modifiers?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not the best. Like,
"It's not the best."
essentially was. I've rolled higher.
As you walk over to the door, it's just complete flat wood. There is nothing there, as far as you can see. The entire doorway, complete panels that enter, which look like they've been dug into the floor.
Okay. Can I look in here somewhere? Just gotta. Can I like run my hands along it, see if I can feel it?
As
Secret door,
soon
secret door, secret door.
As
Yay!
your hands go onto the door, they kind of disappear into the wood. You can feel the padlock, but you can't see it.
Oh my god, it's a magic dot! Yes, I'm gonna pick that lock.
Secret shadow.
Roll me just dexterity with proficiency.
Dexterity is like just a straight dexterity throw with proficiency modifier.
Yeah.
Okay, what is that? Give me a second, I gotta get there.
So it'd be your dex modifier and
Okay.
your proficiency modifier.
Oh, that's actually quite nice. Okay. That's an 18?
I love how you're doing maths. It's just eh.
I have a 13, I have to add 2, then I have to add 3.
18.
That number.
18. It
18.
takes you a long time. You get your pick locks out and start to try and work your way towards the door again. But again, it takes
Just
you some
next to me.
time because you can't see the lock. It takes you
Yeah,
some
it's a
time
secret door.
to find it. It hits your knuckle and then you can't find it for a couple minutes, and it takes you a couple more minutes to kind of grab it with one hand, hold it in place with your wrist, and start working at it.
This lock is probably really big compared to Warren's, so I'm
Yeah,
quite finding this quite funny.
it's like probably about that big. So it does take you a good 5 or 6 minutes. I need the other two of you to roll me stealth.
Hang on.
Yeah, cardboard does not taste great.
I have to do that with red. No.
Who is to roll stealth?
Us.
Ethor as well.
I rolled in that one.
Oh,
No.
I'm
Oh,
so
no.
sorry. You didn't pray to Daniel, did you?
No, because I have a god that I need to pray to.
That's why you should pray to
16.
Daniel. And your wifey, but mainly Daniel.
No, mainly my wifey.
I have 16. And that's with my disadvantage.
Ethor, as you're standing there, kind of the other two looking around, keeping an eye on the rest of the town, there's a booming crack next to you as once again Blinky appears, wagging his tail, panting his little heart out, excited to see you. And from behind you, you hear the quick plunk of a door, and then you hear another, and another.
Right, can I
And
get
another.
in this? I'm getting in this. Am I in the building now? Can I get in the building, please, please, please?
About
Hide
5
in the
doors
hole.
start to open. You hear the quick click of the lock. It falls to the floor, the magic dispelled, and you all storm in. Warren quickly picking up the padlock behind you, and Adira, as you walk in, slam the stable doors shut.
This lock is now mine.
I
Lock
pat,
the door.
I pat Blinky. I pat Blinky.
Do I have to? Can I lock it from the inside now?
You are able to lock it from the inside. Adira, as you slam the stable doors shut, there are several large bolt-like locks that you just there's about 6 or 7, but in unison. You grab the top one, slot them in place, grab the bottom one, slot them in place, and then grab the middle ones and clunk them in place, and it's done within seconds. And Rory's just kind of standing there that was good. That was good. You
Wait, I was
turn-
teleported inside?
Oh, Blinky teleported inside. He left
Yeah.
you outside.
Is Ether outside while we're inside?
No, Ethor's inside. Ethor managed
Oh, thank
to
God.
run in between Rory and Adira.
Okay.
Blinky just kind of snapped and is now, from where you see, a small crack of blue light is Blinky, laying in front of Emmy, who is currently haltered up, chains on either side of the halter attached to bars in the wooden frame. There is a spiral staircase, and around the stables you can see several more lots of animals, different kinds. You've got wolves, cats, dogs, there's
More
a bear,
steeds.
all chained to the trees. Some of them extremely short chains, others their legs are kind of wrapped up. And you can
Oh,
Free
this
the
one's gonna
Steves!
die.
more.
I
Steve!
swear to God.
Free the Steves!
There's
Hold
a
on.
spiral
Let's think about this
staircase
logically. Let's
where
go
you
up
can
to them.
hear more
Ah.
hooves as you get higher. And as you climb the stairs, there are several lots of horses. Storm Swift and Jerry, both also in there. All of the horses terrified out of their minds that there was a tiger in the same room as them.
As one would be.
Yeah.
Just to double check, this is like out of character. Are Emmy and all that still like, you know how they were before? Like they were like humanoid? Was that what you
Decided that
said?
we were snacks and would be
They
eaten.
are no longer humanoid,
Right.
and are in their complete animal forms.
Right, this motherfucker's gonna die.
Okay, so we're getting our mounts, and then we're freeing all the Steves, and then we're going.
Right, Warren, let's take this cautiously. Make sure none of them want to actually eat our flesh.
That means roll
I have
animal
Steve
handling
with
for
me,
each
don't I?
one.
Yep, I'm ready for
I
this,
have
boys.
Steve to whatever the word is when you're what's it to vouch for me to the other wolves. There we go. Of the Steves.
Speak for you.
Ah, yes,
Yeah,
I speak
yeah.
with Steve's.
Adira, as you walk closer to Emmy, she kind of ruts back slightly, not immediately realizing who you are, as you do now have like prominent horns, and there are spines going down, poking out of the base of your back. Still covered, your horns and spines still covered in skin, which is kind of a very
Bit
dark
gross.
red. But there are several large lumps on your head. The very tips of the horns, black, poking out. As you walk closer to Emmy, you do see this large collar with a crystal attached around her neck. Ethor, as you walk closer to Jerry, and Rory, who had gone running up to Stormswift, all see the exact same thing. Large
Okay.
leather collars with small green crystals.
Rory, do you know what the stone is and if it's bad? Is it gonna warn them, alarm them? What's happening here, buddy?
Wait, can I do an investigation on it?
You can do a medicine check.
I want to investigate the crystals.
You're gonna do a medicine check.
Oh.
Lord,
If anyone wants to look at the crystals, it will be a medicine check.
Okay, I'll do a
fine.
medicine check as well.
I will have a look at this
I'll
questionable
also
shiny
get-
rock that I want to steal.
I'm gonna do medicine check.
Yes, Daniel. 16.
Nat 20.
Not 20.
Yeah, so 24.
13.
You're 13. Okay, Ethor, as soon as you get to this leather collar, you decide that you don't like it, and you unbuckle it from around your tiger's neck, and laying with chains cuffed to her wrists and ankles is the auburn-haired girl or woman that you saw with Astria. No more weapons. Like her clothing has been ripped and torn. Her armor disappeared as the faint, what looked like almost tattoos of tiger stripes along her skin are slowly fading.
Okay.
Right. So the tiger was her?
I have questions for Astria. How did she?
Concerned. Igor, take it away.
Jerry, the tiger, is a lady.
It was not Jerry. It was
Was it
Master of Illusion.
Ah,
Sorry.
I'm unsure on how I'm to react to this.
Ethor, you would remember her name to be Anita. You remember that she didn't really talk much.
Amita.
suppose you just ask her what the hell happened and how she's like this.
The
Is she conscious?
claw scar that you see, her clothing, her light clothing now completely ripped, barely covering her. Her claw scar, which is on her neck, you see goes quite far down to her collarbone.
Oh, that must be painful.
And her wrists are bruised and bloodied, where the chains are. Seeing this, Ruri tugs the leather collar off of Stormswift, and appearing in front of him, dropping the leather collar to the side, is a short-ish boy, black hair, which looks almost, comes down in like large clumps, which look almost like feathers that go in a kind of a mullet style, Mohican style, down his back. And he's also wearing ripped clothing. His hair is jet black and his eyes are bright green.
I have so many questions.
Dira, you are currently on the bottom layer with Warren.
Is Emmy on that bottom layer?
Yes.
Okay.
So
I
you
approach
don't know-
Emmy.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on upstairs.
Yeah. I want to approach Emmy slowly and try and calm her down if she's intense. Does that make sense?
She seems to be. She's a little skittish. Because there is a bear sitting next to her.
Fair enough.
But other than that, she seems fine.
Okay.
And Ethor, you can put your robe over Anita. You've got like clothes underneath, don't you? It's just, or is it like a cape?
Yes.
I hope he has cobs underneath that.
The robe is just like a jacket type thing. Like it's just an over coat.
So you just kind
It's
of
just a
pull it
long
off.
robe.
It's blue striped, and it's mainly white, with the dark blue and your crest emblazoned on it. And you pull it off and just cover the auburn-haired woman.
Yeah.
Adira, what are you doing?
Would I be able to take like another medicine check to try and like look at him closer, if that makes sense?
You may.
Yeah, boys.
Can I pet Steve?
You may pet Steve.
I'm a pet Steve. Give him like lots of little loves. You know how you do the little thing with dogs, so you like a ruffle them. That.
He seems to be enjoying it a lot. As he kind
Yes.
of just like goes to lay his head on your chest and then realizes that he'll probably crush you, so just like lays his head with his chin up in the air just in front of your face.
No.
I got a 17, by the way.
You got a 17. So looking at this leather collar closer, it's a basic leather collar with a buckle at the back. But on the very front is a small capsule with it's got metal holdings that are like plugged into the leather, and what appears to be like a glass container with quite a large green crystal, and you can see black veins flowing through it, and small green leaves with tiny purple flowers.
Okay. I would like to take that thing off, but keep the thing.
Creep the creepy voodoo crystal. Yes.
Okay.
I want
so
to keep the vial.
Unclip the leather collar from around Emmy's neck, and keeping the leather collar in your hand, again, a smallish man appears, quite thin, but this time, same hairstyle, but this time a very light brown, with, what color were Emmy's eyes?
I don't remember.
They were like a auburn.
I think so, like a brownie.
Aubany brown eyes, and his nose,
It's like Steve.
more triangular, and he is also draped in simple clothes which are ripped, and around his wrists and ankles are the thick metal chains, and they're bloodied and bruised underneath.
It's like Steve.
Hello there. Hello there.
Can I poke him?
No.
Not like harshly, just like do like a little boop on the nose or something.
As Warren kind of wanders over, kind of keeping a distance, you just hear, like, as you're kind of staring down this man who's probably like a good like foot shorter than you, which isn't like that much because he's like 5'8". But like to Adira, that's small. You're just kind of staring down this guy.
What?
At the corner of your eye, you hear this murmur of, "Oh, you're like Steve," and then the guy kind of like jolts away as Warren just kind of like lightly pokes his thigh. He's like, "Who the fuck is Steve?"
Just point to the wall. Steve!
Steve, that's not Steve, that's Aaron.
Oh. You know each other!
I do, yes!
Oh,
do you know
How do you know each other? I'm curious now.
I'm part animal. You think I don't know how to communicate with another animal?
Fair point.
I don't know, I'm a child!
My brother is upstairs. I believe. I hope.
Well, who is your brother?
Who is your
Because we might know him.
Under pressure.
Insert panic.
Insert definitely pending.
I'm going
Also,
to
what's your name?
That is a good question.
Because I've been calling you Emmy, and I feel like that's very rude. I'm sorry, I did not know.
I've been calling Aaron Steve for a while, so don't worry too much.
Yeah, but Emmy was a woman's.
Emmy's kind of gender neutral.
Gender neutral.
I would like to apologize to Amita for calling them Jerry when they were Tiger.
Right. We tried.
We did our best.
Above, well, in front of you, Adira, you just see this man looking between you and Warren, just going, my brother's name is Eric, and I'm. Would this thing load? Like, Jesus.
Name pending. 1 moment, please.
This is Jax right now.
Yes.
Yep.
That is Jackson.
I'm reassembling my my pencil sharpeners at the moment.
My brother's name is Eric, and I'm Declan. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Don't
How did you
worry
get
about
here?
the name thing. It's kind of. Oh, well, it's a bit strange. How'd I get here?
Sorry, I dropped a screw.
And
the blade.
Looks around. I'm not entirely sure. I know I was sold by Yaswin, well, to you.
Yeah.
Before that,
Yeah.
I don't really remember.
So, I can fill you in if you want. From what I know, it might help you out.
That would be
Yes.
lovely.
Okay, so buckle up,
pick.
buckaroo. It's a bumpy ride. So, so me, my friend over here, and 2 people upstairs, which you probably know. We needed to get stuff. I'm not going to specify what it was for your sake. We needed to take a package to a place, and I basically rode you along with a bunch of other people, riding people.
That I remember.
It was a questionable package.
I'm so sorry about that, by the way. But we were bringing a package, and then we realized that there's a very, very dark situation going on. Land isn't so nice, and yeah, all your friends, I'm assuming, I look around the room, are also in the same situation.
Pointed like Steve and go, like Steve!
That's the one.
That,
Yeah.
That's his name's still Aaron.
I know, but Steve.
Don't worry about it. They're like a child. They're a child.
I can see that. Like, how do you not know? There's a rock gnome child.
Oh, thank God you know.
And he
Oh my
just
God,
kind
it
of
makes things so much easier.
looks towards the ceiling and goes, Eric! Eric! And from upstairs you hear this quiet murmur of Rory coming to the stairs going, he appears to be unconscious. Alive, perfectly fine, but unconscious. I believe it has something to do with your wear state. And he kind of, he kind of pulls forward, moving to go to the stairs, but then realizing that he is restrained.
Oh, let me get that.
Are they locks on them? Because if they are locks, I'll get those.
There are locks on the padlocks around the handcuffs.
I'll pick those.
Okay, roll me sleight of hand.
Daniel.
That's not one.
Did you just say that was a nat 1, Evo?
It's gonna be not 20.
In your dreams!
Dreams
That
for
is
us.
a glorious 24.
20. Jesus Christ.
Ah, yes, not 20. Yes.
You keep rolling so high. Oh my god.
Well, I have a +7 for sleight of hand, and I have a 17.
I forgot about that. Um, you walk over to Aaron, and he's kind of like wary. And as you get closer, you can see his hands visibly shaking. As you
I'm just
make
gonna pocket the
extremely
locks.
light work. There isn't actually any locks. There's locks in
Oh.
the handcuffs, which, as you unpick them, just kind of drop to the floor.
Can't nick those.
And well, you can because they're attached to the wall, but they have got a chain on them.
Don't. No. Drea, can you break those chains, please? I want those lock things. They're gonna be handy.
I'll give you one set, but that's it.
Thank you.
God damn it.
Roll me strength. Just a straight strength.
Let me find strength.
I'm gonna whatever
Actually,
the what was
Oh.
the guy's name?
Roll me attack against the chain. And
What was the guy's name?
the guy you've just been talking to's name is Declan.
Okay. Hi.
Buddy, where's attack? Real quick.
Hello, Declan.
Attack is D20 with. Are you using your little friend?
Yes.
Then it's exactly the same as if you were gonna hit a guy.
Okay. Hold on. Let me get my shuttle up.
Gonna ask Declan, how are you? Who are you? What do you do? Sort of. I'm curious.
Oh yes, I found it.
I never got to ask Steve this.
Declan's
D12.
Who is Steve?
Declan,
Can I
you're
go find
right
Declan
enough.
to ask him who Steve is?
Declan has gone upstairs and is now with his brother.
Can I go ask him who Steve is?
That's
And
a
what Steve
12.
does?
That is a what?
A 12
That hits.
with a D12 because I got a 9 plus 3.
No, dude, you roll me a d20 for your attack and then roll me damage.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's okay.
Can I ask Declan about Steve?
You may go and ask Declan whatever you
Yes.
want. Ethor, are you the cuffs on around Eric's wrists and ankles click open with some magical water that Rory has. I love it. He just makes water do things. And do you want to break Anita out of?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So
message
you
my
can
questions to
decide
Declan
on
about
how
Steve
you
in the
want to do
chat.
that.
Okay.
Adira,
If I've done this right, just as it is, the D20 is a 19 without modifiers, but I don't know if I
yes,
have any.
that's right. Well done.
Okay, look at me go. And for the sake of re-rolling, that's a 7 with a D12.
Okay. Plus a 3, yeah. Okay, you take your axe, swing it round, avoiding the flurry of animals that are around you. It clunks on all 4 chains, and you just kind of gather them up, kind of like a weird bouquet of flowers, sling them over your shoulder, and walk up to Warren and just kind of dump the lot in front of his feet. As he's sitting next to Declan, asking him a flurry of questions.
I have a couple of questions in the chat for you to answer.
Okay.
Also,
I'm just gonna
Warren,
put these lock things into my bag.
yeah, you're carrying those, buddy. I ain't carrying them. Good luck with heavy
I know
chains.
I'm putting those into my bag for like later when we need them evidently.
Okay.
I'm gonna need them at some point, so we might as well keep them.
I feel like I'm gonna be being tied up in the future.
Notice how I have now a corrupt stone and Warren has chains. It's gonna go slow.
Remember to add those to your inventories.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So they're like chains with locks on them, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, I should take away rope.
How many is there?
4.
Nice. I can do a whole person. Or if need be, two.
Should I add my shadow blade or dagger?
To your inventory?
Yeah.
Yes. That should have already been on your inventory.
Oh, it's okay. I got memory.
As Warren kind of sits on the floor with Declan, who is currently looking over Eric, and you're kind of sitting there and you're like, who's Steve? And he's like, Steve is Aaron. His name's Aaron. And you're like, what does he do? Like, well, he was a carpenter, but now he's a.
He was a carpenter?
Well,
That's so cool. He could make spoons.
Out of everything a carpenter can make, you choose spoon.
As Eric kind of stirs slightly, and Declan's kind of leaning over him with his head on his brother's shoulder, just shaking with silent laughter. And this child just goes, Aaron can make spoons?
Please make Aaron make a spoon specifically for me.
And Steve's just kind of laying on the floor, just really confused. And you ask him where Steve is from. Well, I think he started in Beachside, and he kind of looks to Steve, who's still in his wolf form. He's just laying there, happy as anything. Just listening to Aaron's Declan's little story. Well, he started in Beachside, but I think he ended up in Squall's End for some work or something. And how the fuck am I meant to know his favorite color? Purple?
It's a question. It's important.
I don't
Important
know.
information to this child. Don't
Probably
ask.
purple. I mean, you could ask him yourself if you wanted to. You go, oi.
Steve, what's your favorite color?
There's a quiet, just "Grr," from Steve.
Okay.
Just as he kind of huffs. You're just
Okay.
that's your answer. And Declan just kind of turns to him and goes, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Would you turn back already and get rid of your child? Everything's yours now. Deal with it. I have the cool one. You deal with the tiny thing. Alright? And Steve just
I'm a
huffs
tiny stabby
again.
thing.
And it's
You
just
think
I
I'm
don't
cool?
care if he's
I
annoying.
stabbed a guy.
Yeah, it kills things. You kill things. Go make friends. Go away. And Eric's
is
just
amazing.
kind of silently shaking with laughter on the floor and just goes, oh, well, at least mine's a healer. And he just kind of He's just kind of sitting there and goes, I am a healer. What the fuck? He's just looking at Eric, just what the fuck is going on? And Eric's just it's just my brother. Just leave him. Just leave him. And Eric looks
Leave him here or just leave him be?
Just
Because we can leave him here if he wants, but I don't think we should.
No, don't leave him here. That man comes back and we're all dead.
I will stab him for you.
Free the rest of them. I'll grab my little friend. We'll stab. I need little friend in this hand.
Declan kind of turns to Anita and just goes, see, I told you. The cool one. Look at the fucking axe. The axe is fucking cool. Alright? And Anita doesn't say anything and instead, in human form, just growls. Just Declan's just sitting there just I know you can fucking talk. I know you can talk. Stop fucking trying to be a tiger and fucking talk. Dude, fuck. And Declan's just standing up and Eric's just kind of sitting there and going, hi. And he just looks at Rory, just hi. Eric Salvor, we haven't met.
How's it going? Lucia.
And Ruri just like kind of takes his hand and is just like,
Apparently dies. Come back.
Ruri just kind of takes
Wow.
his hand and is just like, Ruri Roo, and I'm pretty sure we have met. And also, he's your brother. Is he also your twin? And Eric's just kind of like, yeah, he's the dumb one.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And Eric just turns around with this just like, what do you mean I'm the dumb one? I'm not the dumb one. And he's just talking in a flurry. Like, as soon as he realizes he's able to talk, he doesn't stop. As you're slowly, like, Adira's just slowly walking around, you can hear this heavy chunk several times as she's just going around with her axe and just, like, chopping the shit out of these chains and just, like, beasts. They're just walking past these two brothers who were in, like, a petty argument with Ruri just
Can
standing
I be
there
stealing
just like,
those
"Guys."
chains? Can I be stealing those chains?
Warren, I
Please.
told you only one set, I swear to God.
They are
I want to make a.
attached to the animals.
How long are the chains? I have a question. How far apart are they? Because I want to be a big pain in the ass and just link them all together.
They're around about like maybe 3 foot long.
Can I tie them all together like in a long chain but they're all like locked so you can't unlock them? So like to be a pain in the ass.
Enjoy taking them off the animals.
Like they'll be off the animals, so I'm like tying them together so they can't really be used until you unlock it again.
Well, currently they're all off of the animals. The actual cufflinks are broken. But the chains are still attached to the wood in the wall. So you would have to try and get the chain off the wall. But your only problem being is they're thick metal chains.
I'm thinking like they're still attached to the wall, but you attach them together. I'm thinking, Ether, can you set your hands on fire so we can like weld them together?
And no, I'm not going to do that. Inside a tree.
I have a tiny flame. Can I make like another tiny flamethrower and do like this to try and weld them together?
You need intense heat to weld.
The argument stops as you hear this kind of as this small flamethrower who gets like crafted very quickly by Warren, and he's just holding it determined to this chain. It's not really making a dent in this like really thick metal, and the conversation completely halts as Eric and Declan just kind of look at you and go, and just kind of look at Adira and Ethor, who are just kind of like next to them, or just like in unison. These two just go, does he realize we're in a tree?
Sadly, yes, but he doesn't
He
care.
does.
Warren, you want me to just cut off the chains?
I want to like make them unusable.
Okay.
He wants to make them stiff.
Can we nick them off the wall and put them in the pit and bury them so they can never find them?
I can do that.
Yay!
Oh, for God's sake.
Eric
I
and
think I
Declan
can
are
do
like
that.
looking between themselves, and Eric just goes, do you want to help him? And Declan just goes, yeah. just start carrying these chains out of the walls with like absolutely no effort. And Anita just kind of stands up with the cloak now like properly on. Her wrists are still like slightly bloodied, but she doesn't seem to care as she walks downstairs, and you can hear the thick clunk as more chains are just being pulled out of the walls. And you hear another like 6 clunks as the stable doors open and the
Oops.
heavy footsteps of
Can we chuck the chains at the people?
My little friend, are you ready for battle?
Time to stab!
Yes.
the
Prepare
heavy
to die.
footsteps of give or take 20 animals charge into the center of the town, coming straight out of the stables after Adira had freed them.
You're welcome.
Can we set the barn on fire once we leave the building so it gets burned to the ground so they can't use the building at all?
Leave the fire! You don't need to do fire. No.
That's cool.
Like,
That
if we leave,
no.
and if we leave and set the building on fire, which is the thing, they won't be able to use it and they have to make a new one, which will be a pain.
Or let's
Or
not
we can
cause
just not do
deforestation.
that. Or we can try to lock up
Yes.
the barn.
I was
They'll put it on
answering
fire.
Ethor's question.
Also, no. You're causing enough done. No. They need to get new chains.
Declan kind of turns to the small gnome and goes, well, I think that he's kind of like, he's like comically leaning down, so like his legs are still straight, but his back is like that. And he's just like, and his head is like turned like half direction, like he's still like part bird. He's like, well, I think that's a great fucking idea. I really don't want to piss off, you know, the god who lives in this forest.
Yeah.
Isn't that like
Because
Ether's wifey?
It's Ethor's wifey, but we don't want to upset Ethor's
It's
wifey because
also-
wifey.
Can we ask her to destroy the tree?
No, it's her
we
tree.
can-
No,
we can always
She will
Or-
not
ask
destroy
her-
nature.
I mean, her girlfriend's sitting behind you. I'm pretty sure you can talk to her.
How's it going?
Ether is in a relationship with the wifey lady and they have a child, so there's a slight issue there.
Nah, they just got a three-way going. It's
And like Declan like fully like turns around and goes, "Wait, you have a child with Astera?"
Yeah, there's a lot of scream. I'll fill you all in. Don't worry.
And
Yeah,
Eric
seems
just kind
like
of
it.
looks to Declan and goes, "But what about?" And he just like points downstairs to where like the only person you know that is down there is Anita. It's just like, "What about?" Eh? And Declan's like, "I don't know. Like, did they break up?" And Eric's like, "I don't know." And then like Eric's like poking his head like on the floor, lying down with his head like down the stairs, and it's just like, Anita, you know how we're great friends. Did you and Astera happen to like break up? And you hear this like quiet, no.
Ooh, he's in a three-way.
No, why would we break up? And Eric's just like, no, he's like, absolutely not. He just like quickly stands up and goes, oh shit, deck. Oh shit hit the deck. And it's like, and Declan just turns around and goes, I don't see no shit. And just like looks to the shirt. He's just like, huh? I'm not.
The baby's gonna be here in like 3 days, so we might want to sort this out a little bit.
Oh no, Warren, my dear. Let's just let it accumulate. Let it just.
Can we just, when she comes in, like like a Arista or whatever to go see her husband, just point at Ethor? If Anita mentions anything about it, just blame him. It's nothing to do with us. Entirely his fault, which it is, but still.
Currently as red as a fucking tomato. As he's just like, I don't want to be here. I don't like this.
Who's red as a tomato?
You.
You.
Probably
just
is in
kind of
real life
standing there,
actually right now.
like quietly humming, and you're like, shit. Because you have seen this Anita, because you just helped her. She's kind of built like a Dira. She's, no, that's not the best part. She's built like a Dira, but bigger. Probably like not like width-wise and muscle-wise, she's like built bigger than a Dira. Height-wise, she's probably like 6'2".
Can,
But she looks like the kind of person that you really don't want to get in a fight with.
Oh, I'll give her my axe.
can I do a thing, please?
Oh, she has her own axe.
Oh, she's amazing.
Can I do a thing?
Sure.
Can I like walk up to Ethor and just kind of look at him and go, "You're dead," and then walk off?
I walk by side Warren and said, agreed.
Declan joins, like, runs around behind Adira and just, like, joins in the train and just goes, yeah, you're so dead, dude. And just, like, runs down the stairs and goes, Anita. And then you can just hear quiet whispering.
Oh no.
Gulp.
As Eric and Rory are just kind of standing there like, shit. And Eric's just kind of like, your turn, you kind of side-eye to Rory, and Eric's kind of standing there, and Rory's just like standing there, like stock still, as like he's staring at the three of you, and Eric's just like, I really like your hair, and just like playing with it. And Rory's just like,
Oh.
Thanks. And just standing there like stock still as this guy just like plays with his hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna go over to Steve and pet him, and just go stand near Rory, because if things do go down with Anita, run now. Rory's the best place to be.
You just like
I'm going to
sideline
stick with
next to
Declan.
Steve, Adira standing next to you, and then you're all just kind of like all standing in a line against the back of the tree, and then you hear like cracks of bones as Aaron stands up and is just like, well, shit's going down, boys. As he just like he just kind of side-eyes round the stairs and then quickly, like wide-eyed, turns back, walks back, stands next to you and just like leans heavily against the door and just like,
Can I hug?
want some popcorn? Can we have some popcorn? And Eric's like,
Can I hug?
Fuck up.
Can I hug Steve's leg? Can I just hug Steve's leg and go, "Hi, Steve"?
Aaron just kind of looks down as this small gnome is just like wrapped around his thigh and just looks up and goes, "Hi, Steve." And Aaron's just like, "Hi, Warren. My name's still not Steve. I think I'm gonna have to change my name."
I just tweet my head around. Trust me, you'll get
He just
used
kind
to
of
it.
leans round to like look at Eric, who's on like the other side of this line, and goes, I get the feeling I'm gonna have to change my name. And Eric's like, yeah, you're stuck with that fucking thing. That bigger thing you got there, you're stuck with it. You're like the same. And Aaron's like, he looks like my son. It's so cute.
There's a siblings.
Just as you just like let go of his thigh and like pump your fists in the air and just like, siblings. And Aaron's like, mate, I'm old enough to be your dad. Like even in gnome years, I'm old enough to be your dad. Also, like,
Can you?
we're not. Oh. I think we're gonna have to talk about that part. And
Again,
then,
get used to it, buddy.
as you see, the auburn hair of the braid of Anita slowly walking up the stairs. She stops at the top of the stairs, and Declan's kind of standing behind her awkwardly, as just takes a large step and like goes round her to where Eric is and just like stands there and goes, oh hey Aaron, how are you? And Aaron's like, I'm good, I have a child. It's like, yeah, you're stuck with that fucking thing, that's yours, you keep it, I don't want it. And Aaron's like, I've been made well aware.
Get monkey. I'm expecting to see the live stations. Hey, was there an update on the popcorn
Anita.
anyway?
stands at the top of the stairs, looks to this large line of people who are just lined up against the back of this tree, and just goes, all the animals are out. And then she clears her throat loudly. And, here you're about to have a child. Mazel tov. As you hear this small crunch as Aaron's sitting there, just like eating this dried fruit that Warren's just handed to him, and just goes, oh, this is really good, this is really good. And just goes, and then you just hear from the brothers just like, fight, 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 fight. And Anita just like rolls her eyes and looks at them and goes, I'm not fighting anyone. And she just turns around and leaves. And she's just like holding this massive hammer. The stick probably around about 5 foot. The actual head made of this green crystal, which has roots growing around it. She just goes, Astera's been known to fuck around a bit.
Oh, you sure they're there?
Oh, your feelings must be hurt. She's not your wifey
Whatever.
anymore.
Whatever worthless life she decides to fuck around with, it's not my problem. But at least she knew what she was doing when she fucked him. And she just kind of looks at Declan and goes, their kid'll probably be the most powerful thing you've seen in the last 20 decades. And she
12!
just walks away.
20 decades? Hold on, come again. Reround.
Does that mean if there was nothing but a means to an end to gain a new powerful child? Like, in theory, if Ethan grows up to be like a really powerful person, it's like a sort of hero thing, then Ether was just a means to an end to defeat Asmodeus then.
Man being played.
Declan leans round as Adira just goes, 20 decades? And Declan leans round and goes, yeah, that's when good old Asthma Dickhead decided to, enslave the entire planet. Well, no, this continent. He didn't enslave the entire planet as far as we're concerned. And then he just kind of like, encompassed the city in trees and magical foresty shit, and apparently we're standing in it, and, he kind of wants to kill everybody, and it's a lot, but Astera wants to, take back the land, because it used to be her land, and now it's not her land, so she needs something to kill him, but she can't kill him because she's made of water and he's made of fire, so it's a whole thing. And Eric's just slaps him on the side of the head and goes, a little bit too much information there, buddy.
Oh, no, let him go, bring it on.
We did kind of promise we'd help with the Asmodeus thing. I promised I'd stab him. So, kind of already need weeping out.
My little friend.
Declan's face just goes, completely blank. He just goes, and we're all gonna die. As he just runs down the stairs after Anita and goes, Anita, they're gonna kill me. They're gonna get us dead. They're gonna kill us.
It was like an agreement, because she'd gone we'll give you your memories back, which is really useful because of massive memory problems. And then we'd just give us a little hand with this Asmodeus dude. She never specifically said we had to defeat him or work with her.
I just lean over to Rory and say, is it now a bad time to say my parents might be there?
And Rory just goes, yeah, it might be a slightly bad time. What do you mean they're there?
Enjoy yourself with that one. He walks away.
And Eric Eric and Rory just like standing there, just like looking back and forth, and just like, this is and Eric just like looks at Rory and just goes, shit's about to go down. I'm gonna go make sure that my brother hasn't woken up the entire village and we don't all die.
Yeah.
You might want to take that one. And Ethor, who's standing there, stock white, as pale as a sheet, and looks as though he like could possibly piss himself at any moment. Is just standing, like shaking, just like, I don't know what to do. And you are in a completely dazed state, after being confronted. And Eric leaves, and then it is just Rory, Warren, and Aaron standing.
Okay, I'm just gonna grab Aaron's hand and be like, right, let's go.
Aaron's
We gotta
just,
go
like,
now.
Aaron's just like leaning down, so then Warren can like actually hold like it's like his 2 fingers. He's just like grabbed onto his 2 fingers, and he's just like dragging them along. He's like, why do I have to deal with the child? Just
Because that's your problem. Good luck. I have to go to the
and
town.
from downstairs, you just hear Declan go, because he's your problem now. And, just, like, and he just like slowly walks away, and you just drag him down the stairs.
Yeah. I have so many questions, but I feel like it's a bad idea to ask them whilst we're live, so I'll ask them later.
And Rory's
Yeah,
just
Aaron
standing
is
there.
like, I'm gonna figure out how to make Aaron Warren's dad now. It's happening. I'm working on it.
Oh, no, I'm gonna stick with Rory.
Like Rory is dad. Wait, Rory is dad. Aaron is papa.
Nope. Nope.
2 dads.
And Rory
Better
just
than
kind
one,
of looks
2
at
parents.
Thor and just goes, are you okay? That was probably a lot. Are you okay? Do you need...
Need
Rory
therapy,
just kind
buddy?
of like quietly just goes, do you need a hug?
Yes, please.
Speechless.
You just quietly, you hear, oh buddy. You just like get enveloped in this furry mass of warmth. He's so warm, as like he's got all of his robes on, and he just like wraps his arms around you, and yeah, you can decide what you do. Are you just gonna stand there and hug him back, or are you gonna...
Yeah, I'm gonna hug back.
You just stand there for a good couple minutes, just absorbing his warmth, and then from downstairs you just hear Eric just quietly go, if you guys are okay, I think the midget's about to set this whole place on fire, so you might want to leave, unless you want to deal with that. And just hear quiet footsteps. As
Me
Rory,
screaming
we
at
should
him.
stop that. We should stop that. I may like fire. I may like putting stuff on fire as well, but nature, no.
Rory just kind of like pats you on the back slightly and just goes, we probably should, but it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. He just walks downstairs and goes, Warren, not while people are in the building, and just like
Okay.
keeps on walking. So,
Ethan, hurry up! I want to set the building on fire.
Okay. I'm running.
Let's just set the building on fire. Just like this nice little bonfire in the middle with like some little engraved gnomish insults, and set it on fire.
okay, and
Is it not to burn the tree?
are either of you two going to stop him?
Yes.
I just hold him. I literally just...
No.
Warren, don't.
Yes.
Please.
But
don't.
it's a bad place.
Yes,
but
which
no.
could lead to other places being on fire. So, no.
AKA leave the wifey shit alone.
Okay. I'm still gonna engrave insults on the floor. Still happening.
Yeah, do that. You
Okay.
can do that. That's not setting something on fire, is it?
Warren,
Yes.
hold on. Let me just
Oh, no.
get the right thing up. What's your charisma score?
Score is in like the number or the modifier?
The number.
Let me go check that because it's nothing impressive.
And Ethor and
That's-
Adira.
I
want you to
have
make-
11.
You have 11. I want
It's
you to
nothing
make
great.
me persuasion checks.
Okay.
I don't have anything great.
24.
Aw,
AKA nat 20
17.
with a +4.
AKA 16 plus 1.
Sadly, Warren, you are impulsed and persuaded to
Not set the building on fire or not incur
not
insult.
set the building on fire.
Aw,
Merciless.
you can burn something later. I'll make a little pile for you.
However,
Oh, thank you.
from where you had placed the firelighter on the floor, and Adira had kind of like just like taken you outside and just like put you on the ground. She was like telling you off. What you didn't see was Declan and Eric light the fire inside, slam the doors closed, and just lock it in. Just like shove wooden boards in place so you can't close it, and just go. Declan just turns around and goes, "We should probably," and Eric just goes, "Go. We should go. We should go right now."
Yes. Where are we going to?
And Rory's just
That's the pit?
Rory's just like, "Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Where?" And Anita's just like, Anita's just
The pit?
standing there for a second, and Aaron just goes, "Not the pit. The pit is scary. Don't like the pit. Don't move me
Oh,
back
really?
in the pit. We're going to
Why are we not? Why is the
What
pit
are you guys
scary?
saying?
Springale. We're going to
Okay. Why is the pit scary?
You locked
How's the
me
pit scary? I haven't been in it.
You locked me underground.
In fairness, you tried
I'm
to
a
eat me
wolf.
first. You tried to eat me first.
Okay, guys.
We're going to
Declan, what are you-
Springland.
Just go.
Okay. Just gonna let go. You tried to eat me
Cracking
first.
bones.
Wherever everyone's comfortable, we'll go.
You hear
I
cracking
can't make an
bones
opinion on the pit, so.
as all four of the were creatures turn into their full forms, and even though they are slightly bruised and bloodied, they all kind of like move as you are running, like knock you onto their heads, putting you on their backs, and start sprinting through the forest. And you are now just outside of the forest, running on this path, passing what used to be your pit. And as you
Bye,
pass
pit.
it, Steve growls low in his throat, and you can feel his hackles go up.
Bye, pit.
And
Bye-bye.
he kind of
Farewell.
huffs in response to you going by Pit, as you run along the road on your way to the city you saw that morning. Currently, it is nearing night.
Oh, yeah, Warren is still technically half blind in one of his eyes, isn't he?
Yes.
I forgot about that.
And you still climbed up a tree? Holy hell. Why?
Okay, so we have to go get our injuries healed, and then we have to, like, potentially go heal all four of the were people from a level 9 caster. Okay.
It might be level 9. It might be higher. We'll work that out at the time.
Yeah.
But it probably takes you maybe another hour or two to get about 40 miles with the animals running quite fast. As you enter the edge of Spring Glen, they slow down to like a slow walk. You are met with a bustling town, similar to that of Squall's End, where there are houses built up out of stone with thatched roofs, and it looks kind of cottage-like as you walk through these almost this large stone gate in entering into the small town. It's got people, even though it's nearing night and lanterns are going on everywhere, it's bustling with people and noise as you walk in. And that is where we're going to finish tonight's session.
I have questions. I have so many questions. I have so many questions.
Questions for me or questions
Yes.
for... Okay.
I have questions about Declan. This is just like out of character. I can literally forget this if you don't want to answer them. Okay? 1, how old is he? 2, is he like a familiar? 3, why can I still write him? Isn't that like really awkward?
Can I keep Aaron?
I will
That's my question.
I'll happily be friends with him. But
to answer your questions in a row, the twins are what you can appear to be like. They're probably around about their mid-20s, so they're around about 25. And
is that in like orc years or is that in like
human years? They look human. Other than
Okay.
like their features are kind of like more animalistic than like a normal human, but they are human. Or they appear to be human.
Okay.
And what were your other questions?
familiar
No,
and isn't that
Aaron.
awkward?
Can I keep Aaron?
You can't keep Aaron. Aaron is a human being with his own thoughts and feelings.
Oh, I kind of just want to keep him around as like a dad. I'm quite attached to him now.
It's
Bruce, I
not
don't think he has a choice, let's
necessarily
be honest.
awkward or, well, it might be a little bit awkward or weird for you, but considering that they all put you on their backs, you didn't get on them.
Nice.
They seem very accepting of like letting you ride them, especially in the kind of situation where there is a lot of people coming out of their houses because there's a fire going on in the background.
Yeah, fair point.
But they seem pretty happy to be mounts. Yes.
How do I get Aaron to become Warren's dad? How?
It's called legal documents.
There isn't really a legal way of making him as your dad. You just kind of have to persuade him to be your dad.
Okay, that's the next goal. That and make sure he doesn't try to kill us again.
He seemed amazing and reminds me of Deadpool.
Ethor,
We are keeping. They're ours now. We're keeping them. The family.
I asked if I could heal Anita in chat. You said yes. Gave no allowing me to actually like roll for healing or anything.
To be fair, she probably clawed your face
I
off.
apologize. There was a lot going on and I was running out of time. But you can roll for healing now.
Okay.
And we will say that before, when you were like covering her with your cloak, then you were healing her. Retcon at its finest, people. Yeah, so her wrists and ankles are no longer bloodied, and while she still has like tons and tons of scars that you can see, there are no longer any bruises. She seems perfectly fine.
All right.
Okay.
Any more questions?
How old is
I'll
Aaron?
think of some. Trust me.
Aaron is probably about 27.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, I do have a question. You know how he's like 20 decades old? Does that mean
Use
when
that
they
trace.
were cursed, they didn't age, or is it you know what I mean? You know what I'm asking? I hope you know what I'm asking.
When who
Like,
went
did
cursed?
20 decades since the last
because they
powerful
look
child.
25, right? But they don't look like Gandalf or a rotting corpse.
Well, no, because they are 25.
Right.
But it's been 20 decades since an Astera had a useful child.
Oh! Oh, that's just horrible to all our other kids! Yeah!
They're kids.
I don't make up the... Well, I do make up the rules.
Oh!
Before the
It
spawn.
defines our children if they're useful or not to see if they're worth it.
Well, that's
Oh.
that's not what Astera says. That's what Anita says.
She
Because
roasted you. I
Anita
like her.
is like a completely different perspective. Anita judges people on their worth by how good they are at fighting and how powerful they are.
Oh, she must like me.
Yeah.
I hope
I
she
can
does.
stab someone and hide. That's
why
the best I
Declan thinks you're
got.
cool.
I can climb a tree too. I can climb trees, I can stab things, and hide. Along with dig tunnels.
Oh, I want to be friends with this person. She seems so cool. I want to be friends with all of
Question.
them.
Mm-hmm.
How did Ether get? Well, not to be making it into a rude sense. How did Ether get stuck with the god's girlfriends?
You chose the tiger.
Yeah.
You chose the tiger.
What?
I nearly chose the tiger. Oh, that would have been awkward.
A little bit less awkward than Ethor's.
Ethor.
Yeah, look at my situation right now.
Yeah.
Wait, so when we went into the deep dark down,
Yes.
and met human, aka wifey, Jerry was up.
Was
So-
Jerry up?
Yes, because we were up there, and we left our mounts, aka Declan, Eric, and no, not Eric, and that one.
Declan, Eric, and Aaron
That's
were
the
up
one.
there. But Jerry and Ethor jump out of the forest.
Yeah.
And Jerry wasn't there when you guys went in. Because Ethor never checks Ethor never checks whether or not Jerry's there. You guys actually tied up your mounts. Ether was just kind of like, yeah, he's fine. He'll be fine. He'll stay.
Samuel, stop eating cupboard.
But what you guys didn't realize is there's a back entrance on the other side.
There's a back entrance to the building.
There's a back entrance. There's several, there's no matter where you came from, I could get you into that hideout.
I wonder what their first opinions of us were. Let's think about it. Ethor was getting flung by not only a horse.
They just laid there and watched.
Oh, that's funny.
Because
I'll be right back.
you guys snuck in through that front trap door and left your animals up there on the edge of the forest where 20 foot in there's another entrance underwater where Astera was laying. So there's let me just draw this.
Oh my god, I've just made so many connections in my brain and I don't like it. So when she said, I'll go deal with the mount, she was just saying, oh my god.
So you guys went in over here.
Aye.
And you all tied up your mounts on the edge of this clearing.
Aye.
Anito walked to here, went in the back way, swam under the pool, came back up. Astera dried her with her magic, and then Anita just stood there. and told Astera that, oh yeah, they're here and they're standing outside. That's how Astera knew that you were there. Because Anita just came through the pond and was just like, hey, they're here. They're trying to be sneaky. It's really not working.
Hey, I was sneaky.
You were
Excuse
sneaky.
me. I need a cork board and so much paper.
But when you were saying first
some
opinions,
string.
when you were saying first opinions, were you thinking about what did like Aaron, Eric, Declan, and like Anita what did they first think of us when they saw us walk in to go get our mounts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron scared the shit out of a stag. Didn't really think that it would, hit the child, but Aaron knew that it was you lot and scared the stag.
Ooh, monkey.
Monkey. What about monkey?
Monkey.
No, but monkey. Why do we have so many people who are half animal, half non? What is happening?
Oh no, monkey's a completely different story.
Okay.
Yeah. Like Aaron is now being made a dad. He has no say in this. He decided this would be the cause of his actions. This is what's happening.
See, the difference is that the other four are were creatures, which Astera happens to be the god of.
Oh yeah.
She's the god of sailors and were creatures. That's why they're all were creatures. But Monkey or Twiggy was a Furborg who got turned into a animal. She was polymorphed. She is not a were creature. They know this.
Okay.
The four of them know this, that Twiggy is not a were creature.
Were they having discussions while we were doing our chaotic shit?
Probably.
Absolutely.
Oh, please tell me of some of these conversations. I'm curious now.
Oh my god, please tell me Declan was like, yeah, look at her.
I'm just sitting here like going through things and I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what's going on here, and I'm just like, yep, this
Just
is
like,
fine.
because like Steve, Warren, and Knife were just chilling in the cage while Warren was really out of it, while like Adira was absolutely wrecking shit, like Caesar salad style.
Oh my god, Declan was there when I killed the 3 men.
Yeah, which is why I'm wondering what the thoughts were.
Why do you think he
Oh, they
said
saw
that you're
Ethor
really
die as
fucking
well.
cool? Because he got all excited and he was like, hey Anita, I've got the best one. I've got the best one. You pick the shitty one. And Anita went, I've got the best spellcaster.
Did Warren do anything in that time period that was relatively sneaky?
You and Aaron got locked in a cage. You got Aaron
No, I'm just
locked in a
thinking
cage.
afterwards. Like, I'm trying to remember anything Warren did that was sneaky and stabby, but I don't think it did.
No. You're just the hyper midget who Declan, Eric, and Aaron just sit there and talk shit about because you don't ride. You've never, because you're a child, you've never ridden like a horse or anything, whereas Ethor has like proper posture and everything, whereas you're just like bouncy as shit. Aaron's back is very sore.
Sorry. I'm just sort of waiting to the point where Warren can get to stab things again, because I'm kind of wanting to chuck my sword at people again because I'm missing it slightly. So
I also want to use something that I haven't used before, and that one knows what it is, but I want to use it so badly.
I'm just thinking, like, Warren is known for the stupidest shit that somehow works. Sort of. Like the stabbing a guy in the head with the short sword that broke, and the whole take out the knee and yada.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just waiting for that.
You know what else I want to know? You know when the horse got yeah. You think it was like, oh, get the hell away from me, or something like that?
Wait, the horse?
Yeah, when we were trying to find the mounts. Like, choose our mounts.
What horse going? Yeah.
No,
It was the Pegasus that beat the shit out of Ethar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was, pretty sure that would have been Eric, who had scared the Pegasus. Because he was like they were like standing next to each other, and Eric's like, shit, you're not the right person, you go away. Everything has its purpose.
Yeah. Don't get biblical, I swear to God. I will go through the
Wait.
streams.
Steve saw Warren climb up the tree and do the thingy to get to the barn roof.
Yep.
As soon as I try to get Ether to be a better person, this
It
happens.
backfires so bad.
Itchy back, itchy back.
So sorry. You're not having a good day.
Oh my God, you know what's funnier?
Yeah?
You know when do you remember that giant serpent that Ether for some reason decided to befriend?
You mean the fish?
That's the one.
Oh, they all hate that fish. Every single one of them.
I hate that fish.
Literally, I imagined Anita going in there and being like, Astera, what the fuck was that fish? What the fuck is up with that fish? Like, they're all, she's like, it has a name, sweetheart. And she's like, they're all calling it fish, and it tried to eat me. The fuck is wrong with you? And she's like sitting there, like screaming at Asteria, just like, and Asteria's just like, I didn't mean for it to. It's like, it tried to eat me. It's a fish. Why is it so big?
It's fish.
It's fish.
Fish. Evil fish.
Fucking fish.
Oh.
Ether has trauma of fish.
Oh, you
Anita
definitely do because you're
also
an
has
idiot.
trauma from fish.
Oh, that's
I'm just remembering the random stuff Warren's done. Steve saw the whole crossbow thing with the archery.
Oh wait, yeah, he walked across it.
You saw that.
I love the idea of like Aaron just standing there and just like patiently just being like, I'm just gonna let like him and Declan are just like standing there and just like, do we help them? No, we just let them do their thing. Like let them do their thing, and we'll help them afterwards. And Declan's like, do they realize I can fly? And Aaron's just standing there like, dude, I can fly too. He's like, no, you can jump really high. That's different. And Aaron's just like, no, it's fucking not. I can jump higher than you can fly. It's like, no, you can't. You want to bet? And they're just like sitting there like having a silent argument like with eye contact, because obviously they don't need to like talk to each other using words because they're animals. So they just use body language to communicate. So they've been talking this
That's
entire time.
amazing. They can talk shit
Sign
about
language.
us without us even
I'm
recognizing it.
very tempted to just sit Aaron down at like some sort of a campfire and just explain all the tiny crystals that I own and see basically what they are and go, so this is the one where we turned the guy to ice and he shattered. So this is the one from that time while we were nearly dying inside a dungeon.
Meanwhile, Aaron's just there like, I don't want to touch any of these.
Like, it's just like either
Eric's
box
just
of
sitting in the
memory.
background just like, Rory, your kids are fucked up.
It wasn't me, it was Elida who turned the guy to ice.
I know, I can't help it.
And then I show, what's her name? The female tiger's name?
Anita.
Anita?
I show Anita and Declan my stabby sword, the one that like can impale people without it actually making a mark.
Anita's probably gonna stand there and like, do me. And
No,
Declan's like,
don't
do me, and just like, do me. Like, I want to be stabbed. Actually, I don't want to be stabbed, but do me.
I'm just like, next time we come across bandits, there's going to be Aaron, Eric, Declan, Anita, and then there's going to be Ether in the background because he's not the best at aiming at things. Adria and a stabby midget. As long as
Rude.
it's
You have a firewall. That's all you got.
Right. So like, it's got to be fully kind
Like
of.
Eldritch Blast.
When do you
You've been
ever
affected
hit
how many
them?
times?
How much damage do they do?
Eldritch Blast can go up to 10.
Have you ever hit something with 10 damage with Eldritch Blast?
Yes.
When?
Well, the door.
You hit you.
Oh yeah.
Well, I
you
hit the
need to tell
door.
them about the fact that you have a soul inside of that necklace that's still on your neck. You haven't taken it off yet.
Oh yeah. Hi, Elida. How's it going?
Okay,
I
I am going to now end stream.
Oh, we're still streaming.